right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to On the Screws Golf. Hey, what we're going to do tonight is do a revision or an update to the rookie notes we put out a couple days ago. What we've done is we've added some landing spots, some rotation of the ball, some spin positions, etc. for your accessibility when you're playing and reviewing notes prior to preparing for the opening round, which starts tomorrow for the City of Light tournament. So let's get into it. All right, let's do a few things here. Put some music on, turn that off, turn this down a little bit, and let's get right into it. All right, let's pull up our display capture. Here we are. All right, again, not really much is changing with the notes per se themselves, but we did add a few of the pictures for the different tee shot for the ball spin, tee shot at full overpower, and then the curl of the ball on the tee shot for hole number 1. So we are using a power 4 ball, and here's the rationale behind a power 4 ball. If you have 4.4 miles per hour on the first tee ball heading out from southeast to northwest, you can use a power 3 ball like a Titan ball, and you can get the same result. Full overpower, full top spin, full right spin, hit it as close to perfect as possible, aim kind of where you see the second picture, and you'll bounce all the way through out to the fairway for an easy second shot, whether it's an end bringer or a firefly. If you have 2.2 miles per hour, that's where you're going to not need the power 4 ball. I choose the tennis ball because I have plenty of those. And that will give you the extra distance at overpower that you need. And that's where you see this second tee shot landing position right here at full OP with the tennis ball. That is not the landing position with a power 3 at 2.2 miles per hour, just so you understand that. 2.2, you need a power 4 ball. If you have 4.4 miles per hour, you need a power 3, okay? And then, of course, you'll see the curl of the ball on the tee shot is what I used. Hit it perfect, landed on the pad out there, and then bounced forward, curled, and almost about a foot from the edge of the collar. So that's hole number 1. I'm not going to go through the adjustments again, just the photos. All right. Hole number 2. All right. We're going to use the Goliath here, katana ball. The elevation is plus 20. Shot number 1, you're going to use 2 back spin. As you can see on the left, the ball spin. 2 back, 3 right, max adjustment. Now, this is where, see if we can get it, this. Close that in there a little bit more. That's the max we're going to get. But you can see on the second bounce, you want to be on that third square onto the green in the third row left of the pin. So you can see, you can count from the pin. The dark row is 1, the light row is 2, that third row is 3, and then there's a little teeny corner of 1 square, then there's 3/4 of the green square, and there's 100% of that light third square. That's where you want to put it. I find it, you want to kind of put it over to the left third of the square, not the middle and not the right third, because you're going to miss to the right. I found out that moving it over to the left third of that third square gives us a chance to go directly into the pin for the hole-in-one. All right? So let me zoom back out. There we go. Again, Goliath 5, 6, or 7, katana 20%, 2 back, 3 right, max adjustment, and that third square on the third row. All right. All right, hole 3A. I don't have any pictures for this because this is an extra mile 6 or 7 with full overpower. You're going to aim right down the middle of that fairway, that little skinny fairway. You're going to go full overpower, full left curl, and you're going to hit it perfect with a Titan ball, and you're going to end up at 389 yards. When you land at 389 yards, your big dog will have plenty of distance to get over that middle fairway section, all right, that rough section between the two fairways. And you go 4 backspin, 2 left spin, and, you know, aim it about halfway between the edge of the fairway and the pin, hit perfect on max adjustment and minus 5%. And you'll be very, very close to the albatross on that hole number 3A option. 3B, I don't have the big topper tee shot position, but big topper 4 or 5, you put the yellow ring cutting the top of that fairway and the rough, and then you adjust 10%, no overpower, hit it perfect, full top spin, 2 left spin, and you'll land out about 352 yards, and then you'll have the big dog 5, 6, or 7. Now let's zone in here if we can. So now you can see that this is the landing zone for your second shot. And you can see that we have, it's before the rough that cuts the fairway and the green. And the yellow ring is at plus 4 yards and cutting that right rough. And you'll see that with the ball spin, we have it at 1 top or 1 back and 1 left. And that at that position cuts it just on the bottom side of, the bottom side of that cup. So maybe half a backspin and 1 left spin, that might keep you on line a little bit longer, and you might be able to roll it in for the albatross. Okay, so that's the adjustment on there, and you may want to consider half a ball backspin on your second shot if you're going to play with the big topper. All right. Excuse me. All right. And I have them all under here. Second shot, ball spin after big topper. Second shot, fairway placement. Okay. Hole 4A. Let's see if I can't just move this a little bit here for you. There you go. So you'll see this is sniper 5 or 6 or 7. Kingmaker. Your first shot's going to be plus 10%. 1 1/4 topspin, 3 1/2 left spin. Aim the guide to the left of the cup, not left of the stick or the pin inside the cup, but outside to the left of the cup. You're going to use mid adjustment, and you can see left of the yellow ring cuts the collar or the fairway. So you can see it's cutting that fairway and that collar, and you can see a little bit that the guide is, it's kind of like on the inside of that cup. You need to be a little bit further to the left, and it needs to be outside the cup for it to get in the hole on a hole in one. Okay. All right, hole 4B. This is when you don't have a sniper 5, 6 or 7. You got to use the Goliath 5, 6 or 7. Kingmaker. Shot 1 is at 10%. Excuse me. So sorry. It will be 1 backspin, full right spin, and the red ring cuts the right rough with max adjustment. I do not have any. I did not tape that one or video it. So I do not have any reference points for ball spin, for ball placement, etc. So I apologize for that. Hole number 5 is par 4. So you can see that we're going to use the extra mile 6 or 7 and Hornet on our second shot. At least these are the clubs I use. Titan ball elevation, 10% on both the first and second shot. Shot number 1 is 1 backspin, 3 right spin. And as you can see here, That's the Titan ball on the left is the tee shot ball spin, 1 back, 3 right. You can see the middle shot, or excuse me, the middle picture is the tee shot initial placement. So you no overpower, you just stretch it out to there, and that's where it's going to land. The right part of the cutting the fairway is the yellow ring, right edge of the yellow ring, and then just hit it perfect, okay? So you're going to be 1 backspin, 3 right, hit it perfect, should land around 322. Then your second shot is the Hornet, 3 backspin, no side spin. You're going to aim at mid adjustment, and you're going to aim at the left edge of the cup. And hopefully you can see that that's right at the left edge of the cup. Hit it perfect, it goes right in the middle of the cup, okay? At least in qualifying it did. We'll see what happens in opening and the weekend. All right, hole number 6. This is the par 5. Extra miles 6 or 7. Sniper 5 through 7. You're going to use a Titan ball here. Shot number 1 at 10%. Shot number 2, 0 elevation changes. Shot number 1, you're going to go full top spin, 3 left spin, max adjustment. Should end up around 328. Top of the yellow ring is going to cut that rough. So let's zoom in here. So you can see it. You push it up, right, cutting that that top fairway and rough where it cuts it, and then you have your full top and 3 left spin. You see the ball guide ending up right in the middle of that little inset for the bunker, and then you're going to have the 10%. Hit it perfect, no overpower, and you're going to be right where you need to be. Okay. Then on the second shot, Sniper, 5, 6, or 7. I had a half a top spin. I'm thinking maybe a quarter top spin and maybe 3 to 4 right spin. I went 5 right spin in an account I played today, and it went way past the hole and went up that hill and came almost all the way to the front of the green past the hole. So we don't want to do that. So a quarter top spin, if any at all, and 3 at 4 most right spin. Okay, so that's the new adjustment on that. All right. Hole number 7, once again, we were not able to take any photos and snapshots because we did not take pictures and video of this hole. Sniper 5, 6, and 7, and a Viper 7 is what you could use. Katana ball, 10% on the shot 1, 20% elevation on shot 2. Shot 1, you're going to go 0 on a Sniper 5, 2 backspin on a Sniper 7, and on a Viper, you can go 0 or 2 backspin. But all of those are going to be full right spin, and you're going to have the blue ring cut the right rough. You're going to make your max adjustment at 10%. On your second shot, for all of those ball placements, whether it's a Sniper 5, 6, 7, or a Viper 7, you're going to use the Goliath 5, 6, or 7. In this case, it was a 7. You're going to use a quarter backspin, no side spin. You're going to aim to the left of the pin, and you're going to use mid adjustment at 20%. And you should be dead center in the hole. Okay? Sorry about no photos on hole number 7. All right, hole number 8. This is the par 3 Goliath 5, 6, or 7. You'll see that I was using a 7, and I got 2 different reference points. One in a shootout, one in regular play. The one on the left was regular play at 3.2 miles per hour, and we did plus 10%. Excuse me. Max adjustment. 3 back, 1 right. The yellow ring cuts the shadow and the right rough. Okay? So, you can see on the left-hand side the ball spin, 3 back, 1 right. This is what I think is critical here about this placement. When you land your position at 3.2 miles per hour, this is where you want it. Okay? Right there. All right. And here's the reason why. Because it's only a 3.2 mile per hour wind, and you're going to be right next to the stick. Okay, within 0.89 yards of the stick. Okay, what you may want to do is move that just a slight bit to the left, maybe just the slightest, and give you a better chance. Because on this tee shot, the first time I played it, I was 0.42 to the right, even with a stick. On this shot, I circled a hole on the right-hand side with this exact adjustment. 3 back, 1 right, and 10% max adjustment. And, we circled the hole because it lipped into the right-hand side of the cup. So what you may want to do is move that landing position just slightly to the left, just a teeny bit, and see how that works. Now, for landing position 4.4 miles an hour, you may want to go 3.5 backspin, and also aim that landing position a little bit to the left as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. So 4.4, it comes in pretty hot, and you can be anywhere between 4 and 6 yards past the hole. Easy putt for a birdie, but we're trying to make it here. So what I would do is suggest maybe 3.5, 3 3/4 backspin, and then move that landing position to the left just a little bit. Okay. And then finally, hole number 9. Here we go. Can I move this out a little bit more? There we go. All right, hole number 9. Extra mile 6 or 7, big dog 5, 6, or 7. We're going to use a Kingmaker ball. Okay, here's the tee shot spin for the Kingmaker. 1 top, full left. Landing position, okay, or ball placement. You can see there's no plus or minus yardage to take a look at, but you can kind of take a look at it's moving as you come around that cut. It's moving up, let's say, almost halfway between the end of the cut and the beginning of the cut. All right, so just do your best guess there. Don't get it too far up there, because if you do, you're going to land in that rough up top. Because if you have 1 top spin and full left, you get to anywhere between 296 and 298, depending on the wind. So be careful with that. So it's probably a little bit better to be back further than all the way up to the top of that fairway cut. And then finally, the ball curl on the tee shot, you can see it's about a half a ball outside that ring, that power circle, okay? So you'll do 1 top full left, half a ball of curl, max adjustment, end up about 296 to 298. You're then going to have your second shot with the big dog. And this is what you have, okay? So what we have with the big dog 5, you're going to go full top spin, 4 right spin, and push back to max after adjusting. All right. For the big dog 7, 5 top spin, full right spin, yellow ring cutting the tree on the right with max adjustment. Now, after I did these notes and after today's round, this is what I found, which I think is a possibly better way to attack this hole. Okay. So if you see that landing position, all right, you see I have full top and 2 left now when I'm saying 4 right. You can see we're now aiming directly at the stick through the trees. The other adjustments were on the left of that tree, if you can imagine. So you take that yellow ring and move it all the way over to the left of the tree, and the right of that ring would be on the left of that tree trunk, at the left of the current ring. Oh my gosh, that is so confusing. So basically what you would do is you would take that whole ring and move it to the left of the tree. That was our original placement for the above mentioned adjustments for the big dog. But what I'm finding is this is a better placement. You want to be to the right of that tree and aiming your ball guide directly at the hole. Full top spin, 2 left spin, and you're pin high. At least I was pin high with no over adjustment. Adjust for the wind, and it's a beautiful shot. So that's my suggestion. If you're going to play to the left of the stick, yes, you're going to want to, on a big dog 5, you want to adjust for the wind and push back up. Big dog 7, just adjust for the wind and take your tee shot. For this side, I would just adjust for the wind and not push back up. Okay? So that is the update for the rookie notes at On the Screws Golf for City of Light tournament, which again, the opening round starts tomorrow morning. So I wish all of you the best. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for coming, and thank you for supporting at On the Screws Golf. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you're not already a subscriber at On the Screws Golf. Have a great evening, everybody.